What is up, guys? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, being subbed. If you're not, hit the button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit the like. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into the reel of reality TV. This is going to be kind of like a part 2 because I just have so many thoughts about this Bravo allegedly wanting to work with Martell Holt situation that another blogger was talking about that I absolutely do not believe, and that's what I'm going to stick to. And until I see it, I will never believe that. And to hear that this is honestly, it's coming from someone that says that they do not like Melody. And again, that is fine. I don't have an issue with people disliking people for whatever their reasons are. I don't even feel like people have to have a legitimate reason for not liking someone, even if it doesn't make sense. As long as you're not doing any harm or inflicting any harm on a person, you can not like someone. It doesn't matter. It's not going to stop these people from living or breathing or doing the things that they want to do in their life, right? But to claim that someone who has been so destructive, not just to the person that you don't like, but to some innocent children. Let's just be clear. Everything that that person has done that she claims Bravo wants to work with has been so destructive, not just to his ex-wife and the mother of the children, but to the children. Having them go through a conflict of making them feel a certain, or trying to, I should say, make them feel a certain type of way about their mother by showing the children pictures and video clips of their mother with another man, of doing videos with them to have the children say things about their mom and what their dad does that their mom doesn't do for them, and all of these different things like that. How can anyone think that that is a good father? And out of spite, wanting to try to get full custody of the children, one, for spite, but definitely two, for financial gain, because if he could have obtained full custody, which that wasn't going to happen. If he could have obtained it, which is what he was trying to do, it was for the hopes of getting a child support check. So you tell me that Bravo wants to work with a man who has been doing so many wicked, cruel things to to that person's family. What would the Bravo audience tune into that person for? He did not get favorable views when he was on for the few episodes that he was on with Sheree last season, and the only reason why he was on there was because of Sheree. All of these different people that they have had on the show that were actual husbands, like really actual husbands. You mean to tell me that Bravo wants to work with him? Out of all of the men that have been on the Real Housewives of Atlanta in the past, when the first episode that he was on, he was yelling at another female cast member, showing that this is the volatile temper that he has when it comes to women. You really think that the majority female viewing audience of Bravo, and then the rest of them being by a large majority that are men, gay men, really want to see that? Even if the men are gay, it doesn't mean that they don't have respect for women. Like, who thinks that that would be a good idea? I just absolutely don't believe that. I just feel that saying some things like that is just really dangerous, and it just really got me hot-tempered and heated. But the reason why I wanted to do a part 2 to this is because, again, not saying that Bravo would want to work with Melody either, because I don't really know what would be the purpose of them doing that, especially being that she has worked with someone that I feel they don't really care for, which is Carlos King. Okay? And Carlos King, he didn't leave Bravo on good terms, and he's still profiting off of them by talking about their shows, which they can't stop him from doing that. But I'm quite sure it burns them up that he's doing it, and he's doing it out of spite. So you really think that they would want to work with Melody either? I don't think they would want to work with Melody. But again, I don't believe that has anything to do with the people who support Melody. Because when this person was saying that her reality TV career is over and Bravo wants to work with Martell, you mean to tell me that people who call themselves millimeters would be a turnoff to another network working with Melody over Martell's crimes? Seriously. And over his actual deeds that he has done? Because this isn't a regular situation where a husband was just unfaithful to their wife. And I don't even like to say just unfaithful, like it's not a big deal. But this is more than that. One of my subscribers emailed me a video, and it's so sad, but the video, it was a person that was discussing a real life situation where a malignant narcissist deleted his ex-wife and children by burning the house down. And I'm not saying this to speak anything over Melody or her family or situation, because, you know, I definitely believe God has them covered. I believe she prays, her family prays, all of that good stuff, as well as her supporters do pray for her. And I pray for her as well. I don't have to be a millimeter to pray for someone's well-being when I see that she has been dealing with someone that I believe is a danger, not only to her and her children, but also to himself, because he would strike me as the type of person that would, if he went that way, because they don't usually think about it in terms of thinking, well, you know what, I'm so angry, I want to do this, but I'm not going to do it because of X, Y, and Z. They would, in a rage, do something, and then after doing it, oh my God, what have I done? And then inflict harm on themselves. Whew, it's a lot. But to listen to that and just picture him, I just don't see where this person is coming from with saying that the network really is interested in working with him. I don't believe that. They would be interested in working with someone who has most recently been arrested because he had chargeable offenses, okay? This isn't a Joe Giudice, Teresa Giudice situation where we know Teresa, she pled guilty to bankruptcy fraud, mortgage fraud, you know, a number of other things, and served like less than a year in prison, has, you know, been out. It's been many, many years since then. This is not one of those situations, okay? I'm not saying that those things are no big deal. But one, it's not the same type of situation. And two, Martell Holt is definitely no Teresa Giudice, okay? One, he's not an Italian woman. Let's just be clear. He might have bitch tendencies, but no, he's not. So to say that he has anything quality-wise that the network would see as a worthy investment in bringing onto the network, I believe she sadly is mistaken. But also to say that he has something that would be something that would draw people to him and draw the network to him, and her supporters, her millimeters, would be a turnoff to the network, is crazy. It's crazy. I don't think they have an interest in working with her at all either, but I just don't think that it's even anything that ever came up. But to say that they're actually interested in Martell is absolutely insane. I don't even think Sheree is interested in working with him anymore, even though we know she's had a horrible track record when it comes to the men relationships that we have seen her had over these years. I don't even think that she is interested in working with him anymore. Now, would she still screw him in private? I'm sure she would. But that was absolutely a mess. I don't believe that she is going to do that, because she, even though she's made some terrible decisions in the past, she does strike me as a type that when she's done, she's done. Because when she was done with Tyrone, she was done with Tyrone. And when she was on that reunion for the last season, she was like, yeah, you know, when we're together, we have a lot of fun, but it's just a lot of mess involved with him, and I love me more. And I really do believe that about her. Even though she might not pay her bills, she may not pay her contractors, she might not pay her designers, she might claim things that is hers is actually not, you know. But I do believe that, yeah, she loves herself so much that she wouldn't even pay her bills, you know, over keeping the money that she has in her pocket versus paying people for the works and the things that she has received. She loves herself more. And I do believe that she would not go back there when it comes to him and being on that show for a weak storyline. Nobody's buying it. And I don't believe that the network would be willing to pay him for that either. But to say that his crimes, his malignancy would be something that would draw the network to him, and her millimeters would be something that would turn other networks and other producers and other creatives on television networks would push them away from her, I just think is asinine. I do believe that there are some, you know, people that might be in that millimeter crew that may be a bit far gone, but that's in any crowd. You've got these beehivers and these people that are like gung-ho crazy over Sarah Jakes Roberts and whatever. I remember several years ago, I just did a story just talking about an article that was out about her buying a new home. And these people came for me in the comment section, and I didn't even say anything negative about her. But just because her name was in the title and it was her in the thumbnail, they just assumed that I was talking negative about her. I didn't have anything negative to say about her. I didn't say a whole lot of things that were positive either. I was just talking about the article that was out there, and people came for me. And I'm like, girl, get over it. Stop worshiping Jakes and start worshiping Jesus, okay? These idol worshipers are just absolutely crazy out here. But I say that to say that, yeah, there are some people that go overboard that are in some of these crews of whatever the different labels are for their favorites. That's true. But that doesn't stop those entities that want to work with these people from working with that individual. Because she can't control these people. Now, that's just true. She can't control these people, and I don't even think she has the time or the energy or the desire to be out here trying to do that. I just believe she's just trying to do her thing, push along, move forward, make her money, and take care of her children, because she's already got enough stress with having to deal with this lunatic, narcissistic jackass of an ex-husband and father of her 4 children for the next, decade and a half or whatever it is. I feel sorry for her. I do. So I just don't see how someone could say that the Bravo network wants to work with him. And I just wanted to share a few more of my thoughts about that, because to say that the millimeters would be such a turnoff from anyone wanting to work with her in the future more than this man's crimes and all of the other things that he has been accused of doing is just absolutely insane, okay? I know that world of entertainment, it is definitely another world, literally, and a lot of them don't have the best moral compass. But when it comes to the ratings and advertisers and all of those different things like that, I definitely don't see a bigger network wanting to work with him. Because who is he? Who is he? He's nothing special. Absolutely nothing at all. He was just definitely an embarrassment for Sheree that I don't think she wants to make the mistake of again. And I'm quite sure that she would not be here for them working with him over her, let alone I don't see her wanting to work with him again. I believe it was a one and done thing. And people are hip to that and know that it was just a business arrangement. So girl, bye with that. Anyway, I just wanted to share some more of my thoughts on that, so you can let me know yours in the comment section. Thanks for being here, liking, and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.